If you have 40 unfinished beats in your hard drive, then understand this. You don't have the creativity problem. You have the producer DNA problem. This isn't about placements, and it's not about flexing credits. It's about invisible behaviors that separate someone who makes loops from someone who builds records that people remember. I used to think if I downloaded the right plugins, everything would change. No 808, that's it. New analog bank, that's it. New distortion plugin, that's it. But it was never it. Hobbyists are obsessed with sounds. Hitmakers are obsessed with perspectives. Example, Astroworld by Travis Scott. Notice intro, space, layers, energy build. Not a single drum pattern dominates. You're not hearing hi-hats, you're in the theme park. Hobbyists stack sounds. Hitmakers ask, what universe does this record live in? Decide the world first, or you'll keep collecting sounds without direction. Collecting sounds feels like progress, but in reality, that's procrastination with better marketing. If you only produce when you feel inspired, you train yourself to be average. Creativity is its magic. It's pattern recognition under pressure. For example, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. Sessions were structured, demanding, iterative, not vibes only. Hitmakers train like athletes. Hobbyists wait on emotion. Emotions are unreliable. Swap your questions. Instead of, do I feel creative today? Ask, did I train today? Let me prove it. Open your last 10 projects. How many are finished? Exactly. Most producers are elite loop makers. 8 bars, incredible. Sound selection, fire. Drums, knock. Then after 45 seconds, nothing happens. Same drums, same melody, same energy for 2 minutes straight. That's not a record, that's a screensaver. I had a folder called Crazy Loops, 0 finished projects. I remember exporting a beat I thought was insane. Played it in the car. It felt flat, lifeless. I realized I wasn't arranging, I was looping. Some of you don't want to recreate other producers' beats because that feels like copying. That's ego. Elite producers study structure, reverse engineer arrangements. For example, Pharrell Williams, not to copy, but to understand architecture. Because if you can't explain why a song works, you cannot intentionally build one. If this video is making you a little bit uncomfortable, that's good. Growth doesn't happen in agreement, it happens in exposure. Hobbyists try to impress other producers. Hitmakers move listeners. You don't need 14 counter melodies, you need one unforgettable idea. For example, Hotline Bling by Drake. It has bass, bounce, and identity. Yes, some producers blow up off loops, but long term, they plateau. Loop skills might get you attention, but arrangement skills build careers. It's moment versus mastery. Decide which one you want. You can't outproduce your taste. If your ears aren't evolving, your beat won't either. For example, Billie Eilish and Phineas. Minimal, intimate production, not chasing noise, chasing emotion. Hitmakers study culture shifts, not just drum patterns. Your daily output sets your creative ceiling. You don't have a talent problem, you have a discipline problem. Discipline isn't exciting, but it compounds. 5 years from now, the gap between you and the producers you admire won't be talent, but it'll be standard. The scary part isn't realizing you're a hobbyist, it's staying one. Safe feels good. No pressure, no structure, no ego checks. But growth happens on the other side of discomfort. Raise your standards in private. Train when nobody's watching. Study when nobody's clapping. Finish when quitting feels easier. Hitmakers aren't built in studios, they are built in habits. Once your DNA shifts, you don't chase hits, you build them. If you really want to shift your producer DNA, start with the free bundle in the description. Template, frameworks, and exercises designed to turn loops into finished records. And the cool part, it's free and it works. Commit to it or repeat the same year.